Hello everyone, this is Varshit Bhatia. Today we are going to discuss current affairs April 2016, and this is the second part. I have already uploaded the first part of the series. To watch the first part, please click on the previous button at the top left corner of the screen. So let's begin with our discussion today. International Boxing Federation heavyweight title won by Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua is a British player, and he has earlier also won gold in London Olympics 2012. Malaysian Open badminton men's single title won by Lee Chong Wei. Lee Chong Wei is a several time winner of this Malaysian Open, and Malaysian Open is played every year. A 16-year-old Indo-American boy, Mukund Venkat Krishnan, has invented a low-cost hearing aid. Earlier also a hearing aid solution was there, but this time this Mukund Venkat Krishnan has invented this in a very cost-effective manner. Sachin Tendulkar will now endorse the I Support Skill India campaign. You can remember this like S for Sachin and S for Skill India. Haryana government has renamed Gurgaon as Gurugram and Mewat as Nu. These two decisions was taken under the Chief Minister Manohar Lal Khattar of Haryana. Chinese government has introduced graphene. It's an element to develop all-weather solar cells. G7 foreign ministers meet was held in Hiroshima. Hiroshima is in Japan from 10th April 2016 to 11th April 2016. This meeting was between 7 countries who are having advanced economy. Agenda was to discuss anti-terrorism steps and maritime security. From India, Mr. Arun Jaitley participated in this meeting. And second phase of odd even trial held in New Delhi. So what's this odd even trial? This is an initiation by the Delhi government, Delhi's Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal, and the scheme is as in if you are travelling on an odd day, let's take for an example 23rd, then you need to have a vehicle having odd number in the number plate. So you cannot travel with a vehicle having even number in the number plate. On an odd day you need to travel with odd number plate, and on an even day you need to travel with a number that is even on the number plate of the vehicle. And this trial, this was the second trial. First trial held in January this year. So this second trial was held between 15th April 2016 to 30th April 2016. And Delhi government has subsequently launched a Pucho Car app. So this will allow carpooling. Prime Minister Narendra Modi initiated 3-day Maritime India Summit in Mumbai. So this summit was held in Mumbai between 14th April and 16th April 2016. So there were two major topics of discussion. First was to reduce the logistic cost in maritime sector, and second was to increase the number of employment in the maritime sector. 14th April was also celebrated as Fire Services Day. Minister of State for Home Affairs Kiran Rijiju inaugurated National Workshop for Fire Safety. The theme of this year's Fire Services Day was to prevent fire accidents and promote nation's development. So this was just a theme, and the point here to notice is the Minister of State for Home Affairs. So Minister of State Minister of State is the one who implements the policies at the state level. So at the center, Home Minister is Rajnath Singh and Minister of State for Home Affairs is Kiran Rijiju. PM launched the NAM portal. NAM stands for National Agriculture Market Portal to connect e-mandis. E-mandis will allow farmers to get better price of their produce. Now how will this let farmers get better price of their produce? Because this e-mandis or this National Agriculture Market Portal is linking farmers directly with the consumers, directly with the customers. So farmers will get the money directly in their bank account. This is the benefit of it. uh, earlier Jan Dhan Yojana was launched, and every farmer has got a account in a bank today. So this e-mandis will allow a direct connection between farmers and the consumers or the customers. So the price of the produce will directly went into the uh, farmer's account, bank account. And India successfully test fired nuclear capable ballistic missile. So the name of the missile is K4. This needs to be remembered, and it has a range of 3500 kilometers or 3500 kilometers. India and Germany together have signed an agreement for Ganga rejuvenation. So there is a lot of plan going on for cleaning the Ganga, because it's the national river, and so India and Germany have together signed an agreement on 13th April. The name of the program is Namami Gange program, and the minister involved in this is Water Resource Minister, or the Minister of Water Resources and Ganga Rejuvenation. Her name is Uma Bharti. And Ram Bahadur Rai, he is a renowned journalist, and he has been appointed as the President of Indira Gandhi National Center for Arts. Google and RailTel has launched free Wi-Fi at Bhubaneswar railway station. So this is the second railway station covered under the scheme. First was Mumbai Central Railway Station. And Panagarh Air Force Base Station in West Bengal has been renamed as Air Force Station Arjan Singh. Arjan Singh is a Chief Marshal, and he is a 5-star ranking officer. He is a very renowned Chief Marshal, and this decision was announced by Chief of Air Staff. At present it is Air Chief Marshal Arup Raha. And Kerala on 14th April celebrated Vishu. Vishu is the harvest festival. 14th April was celebrated as the birth anniversary of B.R. Ambedkar, and it was also National Fire Services Day, and it will be Jal Divas from now. So from 2017 on 14th April, Jal Divas will also be celebrated. This was announced by Water Resource Minister Uma Bharti. 17th April was celebrated as World Hemophilia Day. Hemophilia is a disease in which clotting stops. So when a person is infected, the blood keeps on going, and this affects the human health a lot. So World Hemophilia Day was observed on 17th April. 21st April was observed as Civil Services Day. Now in this Narendra Modi, our PM, has distributed a lot of awards for those who have contributed a lot in implementation of central policies like Jan Dhan Yojana, like Swachh Bharat Mission. So all of this, so he has distributed a lot of prizes over there to all the civil servants who have contributed a lot in this. 22nd April was celebrated as World Earth Day. 23rd April was celebrated as World Book and Copyrights Day. 24th April was celebrated as National Panchayati Raj Divas. So this was celebrated in Jamshedpur. Jamshedpur is in Jharkhand. It's a well-known place for Tata Motors, and also very huge plants of Tata are there in Jamshedpur in Jharkhand. So National Panchayati Raj Divas was celebrated there, and our PM was live to nearly 5,000 panchayats all over the country. So this was a huge success, this celebration. Next, James Taylor of England, he was a cricket player, announced his earlier retirement due to ill health. He was suffering from some heart disease, and because of his ill health he will not be able to play from now. And another player who retired from cricket is Grant David Elliott. He belongs to New Zealand, but he has not retired at an early age. He is retired at 37 years. And Vishwanathan Anand was awarded the Hridayanath Award, Hridayanath Award 2016, and he was awarded this by Maharashtra governor. The name of the governor is C. Vidyasagar Rao. So whatever bold is in this video is really important in terms of exam point of view. So you need to keep in mind all those bold letter words. An MOU has been signed between, MOU stands for Memorandum of Understanding, and it has been signed between India and UAE. UAE stands for United Arab Emirates, and its capital is Abu Dhabi. Dubai is a famous city in UAE. So an MOU has been signed between India and UAE for combating human trafficking. And Australia has won the Sultan Azlan Shah Cup. Sultan Azlan Shah Cup is a well-known, very famous hockey tournament, and Australia is the 9th time winner of this Sultan Azlan Shah Cup, and this year this was hosted by Malaysia. So India also played very well in the Sultan Azlan Shah Cup, but in finals Australia beat India by 4-0. And External Affairs Minister Sushma Swaraj was on a 2-day visit to Tehran. Tehran is the capital city of Iran. So she went there to discuss petrol prices and oil issues. And she also went to address the Indian communities in Iran and the problem faced by them. So, and she in this 2-day visit she also visited Russia the second day, and in Russia there was a meet known as RIC meet. R stands for Russia, I stands for India, and C stands for China. So this is a meeting between the foreign ministers of the three countries. And just to remember, from the point of view of bank exams or SSC exams, so the capital of Iran is Tehran, and currency is Iranian Rial. And similarly Russia's currency is ruble, and the Russia's capital is Moscow. Defense Minister Manohar Parrikar was on a 5-day visit to Beijing. Beijing is the capital city of China, and Shanghai is the finance capital of China. He visited China's defense leaders and visited urban planning exhibition in Shanghai. So Shanghai is the finance capital of China, and Beijing is the major capital of China. His visit was followed by National Security Advisor Ajit Doval. Ajit Doval is a very brave man. He is from Indian Army, and he is now serving as the National Security Advisor. He was earlier, he went to Pakistan and just to steal some information. He has stayed in Pakistan many years, and without worrying about his own life, he stayed with those Pakistani people. So he's a very brave man, and we are proud to have him as the National Security Advisor of India, Ajit Doval. And 7.8 magnitude earthquake hit Ecuador. Ecuador is a country in South America, and the name Ecuador came because it's touching the equator. But the point to note here is that this is a very devastating magnitude earthquake, and just to remember, from the point of view of examination, the capital of Ecuador is Quito, Quito, and its currency is US dollars. And Army Chief Dalbir Singh Suhag, very important from the examination point of view. You need to remember Army Chief. Army Chief is Dalbir Singh Suhag, and he went to Jammu and Kashmir to take care of the security situations out there. So what really happened in Jammu and Kashmir, there was a huge curfew in Jammu and Kashmir in the Handwara district. So he went there to catch up with the security situations out there. So the name here is very important, Dalbir Singh Suhag. And BRICS Bank has approved loans to 4 countries except Russia. So there are like 5 countries in this BRICS Bank. B stands for Brazil, R for Russia, I for India, C for China, and S for South Africa. So except Russia, the 4 countries, Brazil, India, China, and South Africa, have been given a loan of $811 million US for increasing the renewable energy sources. So they will invest in renewable energy resources, these all 4 countries. Russia is a developed country out of these countries, and the BRICS Bank has been renamed as New Development Bank, and its headquarter is in Shanghai, in Chennai, and KV Kamath is the first president of this New Development Bank. So earlier also this BRICS group was there, but there was no BRICS Bank. So this BRICS Bank, or the New Development Bank, came into being, and KV Kamath is an Indian, and he became the first president of this New Development Bank. So that's all for this video. Log on to prepforexams.com for more. Thank you for watching, and in case you are having any suggestions, please write down in the comment section below. All the very best for your exams and happy learning. Please visit prepforexams.com.